In property transactions, documentation is very key, because in property transaction, you do not only buy the land, you buy the documents. And that is why it is necessary that somebody check out the documents before a property transaction is concluded. You go to the appropriate land registry to do the checking, which is called property searches. It is the property search that will make you take a decision whether the property is good to buy or not, irrespective of how you love it. Because when you buy a property that has problems, you are buying litigation. And by its nature, litigation on properties can take years, some up to 25-30 years, that a generation cannot even finish it. As the grandfather dies, the father takes over. And as his father dies, the son takes over, and so on and so forth. The major instrument that pertains to land documentation in Nigeria is the Land Use Act. This law was promulgated by the Obasanjo administration in 1978. And that law states that all the lands within the territory of a state in Nigeria belong to that state, and it will be kept and administered by the governor for common use of all Nigerians. All Nigerians there, I emphasize on it because an Igbo man from Abia State is entitled to have a land in Ondo State. A Fulani man from Sokoto State is entitled to have a land in Anambra State. That is the thinking of that law. The land within the territory of a state is divided into two categories. We have the rural land and we have the urban land. In terms of documentation, the rural land is administered by the chairman of a local government where the property is located, while the urban land is administered by the governor or his representative. In Lagos State, for example, all the lands in Lagos State is urban land, and it is administered by the governor or his representative alone. But in some other states, there are rural land, there are urban land. In Abuja, I think all the land in Abuja too is urban land. And that is why searching or checking for property documentation in Abuja is centralized at Aegis. For you to do any search on a property in Abuja now, it is at Aegis that people are comfortable with. However, people still go to the area councils to check land documents, but not a lot of people have confidence and belief in the title documents of rural land in Abuja or property rights in Abuja, but in Aegis. There are two documents, there are two instruments of grant, so to say, that the Land Use Act recognizes. In respect of urban land, there is a statutory grant. It's called a statutory right of occupancy. In the rural lands, it is customary right of occupancy. These two rights are evidenced by the issuance of a certificate of occupancy. For rural land, customary right of occupancy evidenced by the issuance of a certificate of occupancy, and for urban land, statutory right of occupancy, evidenced by the issuance of certificate of occupancy also. In Abuja, you go to Aegis to verify the authenticity of a document. There are two ways to do it. One is legal, one is, well, I won't say illegal, but a shortcut. The one they call window searching. But window searching, you cannot hold anybody responsible. But for that, the other one that is legal, you go through the normal channel, pay a prescribed fee, and in most cases, they give you a written affirmation that the property you are inquiring about is on our system or not. But that window searching, you go there, pay money to some people there, and they will come out to come and tell you, oh, it's on the system. Oh, it is not there. So that one, you cannot really rely on it because they may not be telling you the truth. So that is that. In other states, for example, Lagos State, you make an application to the lands department, supply them with all the necessary information about the land, and they will also respond to you on whether the land is good for you to transact on or not. That is one aspect. After you now buy, what do? You have done that thing, you are satisfied that the property document is okay. What do? The law also provides for documentation of subsequent transactions by way of assignment, by way of gift, and so on. So that's why you see deed of assignment that will go through some processes and getting registered. A special one that I will mention here is mortgage, deed of mortgage. You can buy a property. A deed of mortgage will be prepared between the mortgagor and the mortgagee. When you fully pay for that house, the mortgagee is under obligation to ensure that he releases that property from mortgage. Even if he has fully paid, if he did not release it, it will be on record that that property is still under mortgage because he did not release it. So you have to release the mortgage and also get it registered. And in the record of the land registry, it will be shown there that this property was once the subject of mortgage, but it has been released. So that if anybody wants to transact on that property subsequently, they will know that it is a free property. You can now retrieve your document that you lodge with the mortgagor. Well, basically, that's all what we need to know about documentations in property transaction.